I knew it. He's very quick with these things.
But I've noticed one thing on Facebook sometime, it goes live before. So a lot of time you guys are saying stuff and it is already on
That's
it.
why I press the live and I say standby and then I press the live because they go simultaneously.
Okay, whatever. But I've seen that it starts. Anyway, we are live. Shane here predicted it seconds before we were going to go live.
Billy.
So since he's on a good streak of getting his predictions right, today's question is: will we have a fully fit Indian team for Asia Cup? So without wasting any time, let him only predict.
No. Discussion done.
There is a video we've done on injury updates. Please check that out.
Then we'll know.
No,
But
as
what
if
is the
your-
update?
Exactly, as if your updates are spot on.
No, but what is the update? I
Okay.
keep watching these videos from the players because usually you don't get to know anything from the BCCI till the time a player is finally included back into the Indian team. But I keep watching these videos, posts from the players when they are in their gym or back in the nets. So what is the latest?
We'll go one by one with each player. Let's start with KL Rahul. He was trending this morning.
Why?
I don't know.
Slides.
Because people were very excited that he's back and he's going to be back. And he put a social media post also. He was doing leg presses.
Yeah.
So if he's doing leg presses, and it seemed like he had put in a lot of weight there. For Anurag will tell us, he keeps a tab on social media, and I think he had a thigh injury
I thought he was an
Hamstring.
expert
Hamstring. Hammy.
that he made.
KL Rahul?
No.
Yeah.
Thigh.
He had a
Thigh.
thigh issue.
Not
Oh yeah, hip
What is
flexor.
that? Hip flexor, yeah.
Yeah.
Hip flexor.
So he had that issue, and after that he put a full, nicely edited reel with music, where he's now doing some heavy lifting. So, which is a sign that he's going to be back. So, I'm guessing if he's back, I would have thought he'd be back as fast as if he is doing that kind of heavy lifting. It should be back for the Ireland series. But now there are reports that just like the last time around where we had a backup team go and play the Ireland series, including the backup coach. So this time also that's going to happen. So if his return is going to be there, it will be with a full-fledged team, and then most likely it is going to be Asia.
But Ireland, I'll be surprised if KL Rahul is included in that squad because has he started practicing, as in practicing with the bat?
No, that's what I'm saying. Two reasons. One, because you're going to send backup team. KL Rahul is not backup player.
Yeah.
So he'll go when the main team goes, which is Asia Cup. That could be one reason. But my other point is, if he is fit enough to be doing heavy lifting, if that was an injury, then batting is like his hands were never an issue or anything. Then he can bat now and go and I'll be surprised that he's not batting. If let's say you had a thigh injury, and the recovery for thigh is you slowly gradually start putting some weight and then you get better. If he's already doing heavy lifting, then thigh injury is okay. Then what is the problem of him not batting? He must be batting. Just that we've not seen shots because either BCCI has not put it or he is not put a reel. So how will we see?
I don't know what his status is as far as match fitness is concerned, because see, he must be working out in the gym. He must his hip flexor hopefully is okay now, but then he also has to get into that match fitness. Suddenly he can't wake up and just go and play a cricket
I agree,
match.
but I'm saying match, but I don't know. How does everyone see it? Like, I'm just saying again, thigh injury, if he's doing like leg presses, and what else do you need to be match fit? What else stopping
stamina
you from going?
to last.
But he's not been out for too long, na.
He's been out for quite a long time now.
4 months.
IPL he played.
Four months.
IPL
Last
Yeah.
Yeah, he got ruled out towards the fag end of the IPL group stages, so it's not been that long.
group stages.
But fag end of the group stages would have been May. It's only July. It's not been that long.
May,
hasn't been
June,
much
July, 3 months.
You didn't get
Middle of May.
cricket, so 1 month seemed very long. That 1 month we got no cricket.
So IPL got over on 30th.
Or 28th, I believe.
28th, huh?
No,
No,
officially
29.
20th, remember?
It, of course, yeah. 3-day final.
30th of 30th of May. So I am sure that he must have been ruled out mid.
Yeah.
Mid-May.
Arey, yeah, knockout started on 20th of May.
Yeah,
20th,
and I
21st.
remember.
Last two matches.
No. Group stage.
He must have missed quite.
I think after the 10th game, he wasn't available.
That's 4 games only.
No,
So-
more than 10th. Yaar, how many games did Krunal Pandya captain?
Easily 5-6 of them.
No.
No.
Two
You're
or
counting
three.
the eliminator also. I
2
don't
or
think
3, hardly.
I think till the 10th match he was there.
so. Okay,
Kerala.
chalo, how does that matter? 5-10 days. Let's say he went first week of May. Yeah. Chalo, hypothetically.
Just because he's put
Ah,
up.
chalo, first week of May. I
4th
said.
of May.
First week of May. So, one May,
May, June, July.
July,
3
mid
months.
only 2.5 months. Yeah. Here also you're pushing it 2.5.
No, I'm saying even for professional athlete, I think even 1 month of injury layoff, you've not been playing active sport, I think is quite a lot. 1 month, 2 months, and we're talking about 2.5 months, and then the form. We don't know about his form. So I'm saying I'll be surprised if he's back for the Ireland series.
I'll be surprised if he's back for Ireland because he wasn't in consideration for T20.
T20 is, yeah.
So,
Yeah, maybe because of that. Because I'm saying when he is doing that
Yeah,
leg
exactly.
presses, nothing stops him from not practicing cricket, is what I'm saying.
And
So if he's
also-
reached that stage, he would have been practicing cricket.
Like you said, look, so that Jasprit Bumrah visual has been doing the round. Somebody just managed to, capture it from some corner and from that kind of a height. It's just that that visual is not surface of him knocking the ball.
Yeah.
And I'm in complete agreement with you. If somebody who had a thigh injury primarily can now be seen doing bench presses, and we all saw those weights, clearly he's fit enough to be holding the bat and be
Yeah.
knocking the ball around as well.
And if he's in the gym, he's definitely running and doing other activities as well. And I think he must be playing at a very private, or maybe he could be practicing at indoors
Private
as well.
facility, yeah.
So we
So
don't
in
know.
KL Rahul's case, I think he's recovered. Okay, so he's fit on that regard. Now the other point is whether he comes back or not is the point that Shane makes, that he's not in contention for T20 cricket, so he's not going to be there for Ireland. But Asia Cup, obviously, then he's back. I think all of us kind of agree that Asia Cup is a realistic time you'll see him back. Now that you see
Yeah.
his fitness.
The only issue that I have here is why is it given that the moment Asia Cup squad will be announced and KL Rahul will make it to that squad without
Because
any
he's your
practice.
wicketkeeper.
Yeah, he's number 5 for you.
So basically, you
How else will you know whether he's fit or not?
no, but how do you judge judge the form of a player?
By making him play, nah.
Where?
Straight Asia Cup. He's not going to go play.
What
else
if he
is
Emerging
there?
Asia Cup.
Emerging
What
Asia
if he
Cup.
fails in the Asia Cup?
Actually, that's an interesting point. I'm saying if he was fit enough right now, wouldn't it be a bad idea to send him for
Emerging Asia Cup.
Asian Games.
no emerging?
No, emerging, they're all nobody has played international cricket there.
So what? Just testing his fitness.
No, I don't think you're allowed
I don't think
to
you're
do
allowed to
that.
do
No, you are. You of course you can.
You
Pakistan,
can?
yeah,
There's no rule as
Pakistan. They've sent a full-fledged international team. I think 6 to 7 players. Yeah, so I think 6 or 7 of their players have already played international cricket. There.
That's not fair.
I
No,
don't
that's
think this-
Pakistan basically.
I mean, you're testing his fitness now, then slowly and steadily. By the way, I'll come to Shane, but I'm also.
So why
on
not
that-
include him for the other trophy then?
That would make more sense.
Or maybe-
Let's list A. I mean,
See, Asian Games you can't send him because you're looking at the Asian Games.
Asian Games will clash with the
Exactly. Maybe 2 games he can play over there, but that'll be too this thing. Yeah, you don't want to
Nahi,
be.
nahi, yeah.
And Asian Games is T20. Now you're saying he's not in the
Yeah.
scheme of things of
So-
T20. Then
Now what are you left with then? Just the Asia Cup
but
then?
I have a point there where Shane is saying that he's not part of that T20 setup also. But I have a different take on that. I'm saying I agree that this is the kind of indications we got after India's poor performance in that T20 World Cup. We got indication that you move forward from those 3 players that were left out, dropped you can use, it was as good as that, or rested, whichever way you look at it, were Virat, Rohit and KL Rahul. They were left, Hardik Pandya was given the captaincy. But do you think if asked, Hardik Pandya, because he's going to be taking the team forward, and once KL is fit and he shows good form, would be keen to bring KL back, knowing that they're good friends as
Bestest of buddies.
No, I
should
don't
we
know.
include him in that player who's done and dusted in T20, or should we keep that door open for him?
I don't know whether he will be keen or not, but I think certainly
Keen as in Hardik.
Hardik,
No,
yeah.
KL will be keen.
No, I'm saying even Hardik for that matter, I don't know whether he'll be keen to have KL Rahul back in the team, but certainly I don't think he'll mind to have KL Rahul in the team.
So what you're saying, he's not keen to have him, but he's
हाँ मिल रहा है मिले नहीं मिल रहा है जाओ अपना
no, what would he want? I want to know. What do you guys think?
I think he'd want to stick with the team he has right now.
Not want KL.
Not want
Despite them being thick.
Yeah.
You know, the entire combination then goes for a toss because
Exactly.
who will open then? Who will open? See, Hardik Pandya today would be more bothered about the current team that is playing under him, not what they will do in the World Cup. He won't say that, let's have KL Rahul because I have to ensure that he is fit and ready for the ODI World Cup. We
No,
have
not
to
for
win.
ODI World Cup. His thought on T20. Does he not feel that KL can still offer something, or he thinks, nahi, it's okay. Friendship is aside.
By the way, KL Rahul was your first choice to replace Virat or Rohit Sharma as your T20 skipper.
Correct.
Yeah.
And even the team management wanted that to happen.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Hardik Pandya is well aware of that fact. Because in New Zealand,
Interesting point.
KL Rahul, the team management, including Rahul Dravid, they asked selectors to have KL Rahul as your captain for that New Zealand immediately after the World Cup
World
got
Cup,
over.
yeah.
And then selectors had to put their foot down and said, no, KL Rahul is not even landing in New Zealand. We'll just get him back to India and Hardik Pandya will lead. So I'm just a thought.
Yeah, no, I think now probably that point makes sense despite the friendship and all. So we kind of agree that he's not coming back for T20 for now. So Ireland is anyway ruled out as T20. Secondly, Ireland will anyway have an emerging kind of a team.
Yeah.
So he is not even emerging, he's emerged
Yeah.
A long
long time ago. So he will then come for Asia Cup, and looking at the visuals and his practice and all of that, seems like he should be fit enough. What his form is like, we'll only know once he starts playing. KL Rahul is done. Next up is Shreyas Iyer. Shreyas is what we're getting to here is also going to be fit to be available from the Asia Cup onwards, because certain things will be there for Shreyas also. That he's not an emerging player, so doesn't have to go to Ireland. He's also emerged long ago. Plus, you want to see his form. But the only difference between Shreyas and KL is that Shreyas still or was part of your T20 setup, right?
I think he's one of your actually all format batters. So
Yeah.
really, I think you can send him pretty
Depending
much
on the conditions.
depending on conditions and depending on availability. Because if Sky is playing, then Sky is ahead of him at number 4 in T20. Yes?
No, conditions, when I say conditions, because there are times when you're playing in India, you prefer all format, I'm talking about all formats. So you prefer to have a Shreyas Iyer in the Indian team, and when you go abroad, you have decided not to go with Shreyas Iyer in the 11. So all format and I think conditions.
Condition.
Where did it happen where you dropped him?
South Africa.
South Africa you did.
overseas.
But that
You
was
didn't play.
yeah. Because you played him, I think the previous series that you played here.
Yeah, here you played him, you played with Shreyas Iyer.
But you didn't play him in tests.
That's
He
what I'm
played
saying.
played white ball.
No, that's what I'm saying. Here in India, when New Zealand came here, he was part of that 11 against New Zealand. In fact, got 100 and then
Saved it
got a
also,
match-saving half century also. And immediately after that, you travelled to South Africa. First test, Ajinkya Rahane got to play, not Shreyas Iyer. And by the way, same Ajinkya Rahane was dropped from the 11 after. In fact, he, if I remember correctly, he actually captained the Indian team in the first test match, and then in the next test match he was dropped, if I'm not
South Africa,
wrong.
yeah.
South Africa.
So no, I'm talking about Ajinkya Rahane here in against New Zealand at home. I think Rohit didn't play that first test match because Shubman, or maybe he did, because Shubman batted
South
at
Africa,
number
I
3.
think.
So South Africa, though, I certainly he didn't play that first
yeah.
game, and second test match when Virat had those back spasms, Shreyas Iyer still didn't play. Why? because on the eve or on the morning of the test match he had those stomach bugs.
Yeah.
So can't blame
But
him.
how can you control that? It's
Yeah.
out of your control.
Yeah.
If you've eaten something bad on the eve, then
I don't
No,
know.
Australian players, every time they're here, these reports emerge of them not having a good stomach.
but does it happen very
Yeah.
often with Indian players traveling abroad?
Yeah, we've seen.
Yeah, we've
you know,
also complained of breakfast issues and whatnot.
Nikhil, you would know. You have spent time with Tendulkar also. How careful these players used to be. In fact, Gavaskar, if you speak to him, he'll tell you so many stories. You know, when the players on the eve of a test match or even a couple of days before a test match, he wouldn't even go out to those restaurants, clubs, because he used to say that, you know, there's that smoke all around in a restaurant or a club. His other colleagues would go out, but he would choose not to.
But that
And then
probably was
why-
not the reason.
No, I'm
you are
saying-
being careful.
Careful
Sometimes the
with
stomach
everything.
bug happens not because of what you've eaten. Sometimes you wake up, you're nervous also. You know?
Oh,
You can have stomach bugs.
yes,
Happens. It happens to the best of us.
I completely agree, and I think that is exactly what happened that day also.
You have a running stomach, you can have.
Yeah,
If you are
I
nervous.
completely agree.
Have you, none of you
Or
experienced
nervousness.
Not really.
Because
because
that
of nervousness? Never had?
Like those anxiety attacks where you feel really nauseous.
Yeah, you'll have stomach, you'll feel a bit
But that
queasy.
like
It
dies
happens.
down after a while, right?
not necessary.
It doesn't last
Not
days.
necessary. Not days. But if it lasts one day also just before the match, then it can be a bit of a problem. Like
But if
so once the match starts, you
Uh-huh.
can get ready, then you can be fit the next day.
Exactly.
But I can't include you in the team then.
exactly.
So if it happens sometime. Anyway, so K. Rahul, all of us kind of agreed that will be back for
so
Asia.
basically what you
Shreyas Iyer.
so basically what you are saying is that these players are so good. KL Rahul, Shreyas Iyer, and I'm sure you will throw in a few more names
Yeah, we
to
have
the list.
names too.
So they'll just walk into the 11
Of course.
without
who,
any practice.
who believes they will
nothing.
not walk in?
Who do
tell.
you have in their place? That's the other question.
You are the selector, you are sitting, and let's say now they have submitted their from NCA that they are fit enough. You know, you've monitored them, they're going to be in the NCA, you have to do a few drills, then you're given a thumbs up. And the report reaches before every selection committee, you want to
Right.
know, right? The report has reached, Shreyas Iyer is available, fit, KL Rahul is fit and available. You are the selector.
And then the coach and captain will decide that we want this player, we want that player.
Yeah, but will you, the coach and captain and selectors, if you're in the position, what do you think? They are not going to come back to the team?
They should, but I'm saying this is the reason why we tend to select a team or a player on the basis of his reputation. I'm saying just include them in the Deodhar Trophy. When is it starting, Deodhar Trophy?
Date I'm not sure, but squads and all to have come out.
If
so-
the selectors I'm sure would have been monitoring the process or the progress of these players, their fitness, and I'm sure somebody from the NCA would be telling them or sending them the reports. They could have, it could have been an ideal practice for them ahead of the Asia Cup, because suddenly you are playing competitive cricket. There is every chance that you might just break down once again. It has happened with the Indian players in the past. I understand they are batters, not bowlers, like Jasprit Bumrah or even Deepak Chahar. We've seen them break down so often. So the chances of the batters getting injured again are less, but still,
But there are, practice games happening at NCA as well that we
Arey.
were not aware
no,
of.
that's fine. But how much do you rate these
So my
They're all
practice
but
games?
close to Indian players, na.
But my question was that only. Assuming, I'm just saying, like you're saying, let them play the other trophy before that, some competitive cricket. That you're talking obviously from fitness point of view, to see their fitness.
Yeah.
You're not going to judge the quality of the batting with those games, because then they'll get runs there. You'll say, of course, you were supposed to get runs here.
No, I'll judge
If
them.
they don't get runs also, you're not going to judge them based on.
I will judge them on their. Unfortunately, at this stage,
But what's the guarantee?
In the absence of Rishabh Pant, you have no other choice than to include KL Rahul in the 11 as your wicket-keeper batsman, and your second wicket-keeper batsman is Ishan Kishan there.
Will
you
not be
know-
playing because he's an opener.
But you know, in one day
Never.
cricket, if you remember,
Yeah,
KL
he's
had
the-
gone ahead of
Yeah,
Rishabh Pant also.
Yeah,
there were talks that
I
play-
understand. He was I think before Rishabh Pant met with that accident. Even before that, I think that was the only format left for KL Rahul where he could just walk into the 11, the ODI. I'm
So
talking
he was
about.
already there. You're not going to judge him if he gets. I mean, I'm telling you, like if they get a lot of runs there, I'm going to look both ways. If Shreyas Iyer and KL Rahul get a lot of runs in the other trophy, I'm not going to get extra confidence. So they are back. Because I don't think that's the kind of bowling that they're going to face when they're going to play for India. And if I'm not going to give them the credit for getting those runs and consider that they're back,
No, fair
then I
enough.
should not take the credit away also if they don't.
Fair enough. See, my point
Fitness
is.
I can see.
My point is runs wherever, whichever format. Runs when you go or when you go out there and play an important tournament like an Asia Cup. So if you have got runs under your belt, irrespective of whether you are playing in the other trophy, it should be a competitive match for me. I think it should be a competitive match. I think it is always better, you know, when you know that you have got runs, your feet are moving, everything is happening. And if you've not played, because Asia Cup is starting on 31st of August, right? 31st of August. So what will he get to play till then, KL Rahul? May 8th, May 4th? May 4th was the last match that he played.
Yeah, May 4.
Full May, June, July, full August. So 4 months of no competitive cricket. Is that how you're going to draft him into the 11? And that too in the Asia Cup. What if he fails? You will still include him because you will then say it is too late to make a change now. That's what happens every time. So I don't
But I
mind.
think he
I
makes
know.
a valid point. Let them play the other trophy.
But
play
now
some
I think they've already announced.
So what?
Announced the teams.
Can be added.
Additions can be made. That's okay.
No, but unfortunately or fortunately, whatever, I also know, you also know, everybody here knows
That they will not play.
And they will not play, and the people who are watching us, they also know that KL Rahul will be included in that Asia Cup squad.
No, but you
and
also
will
know.
feature exactly. That's what I'm saying. You just
So
as
is
this
he
is
fit?
irrespective. I think everybody is just praying and is just it seems requesting that KL Rahul, the day you get fit, you just have to tell us that I am fit. That one lone format in which you are available or in which you are considered, you will just walk into the 11.
Test
we are
cricket
wait.
also
We
you
are
can
wait.
consider.
Test cricket. You know. Nahin.
It's close, I know.
It's the same, you know.
Now,
like
you never know.
Even though the Indian players were available to play one of the Ranji games, it was only Ravindra Jadeja who was coming back from an injury. I think
Before the BGT.
Before the BGT, yes, that you know he played because he was making a comeback, but Rohit and Virat didn't. Even though we all were saying that you know it was ideal for them to have gone for that game, but both didn't choose to. So it's the same over here as well. It is all that we would like to see and you know happen, but we all know what the writing on the wall is.
Also, one problem, unfortunately, and luckily for these guys who are coming back, their backups haven't exactly, or they're non-existent. At number 4, you have Sky, who's underwhelmed considerably in ODIs. In fact, his last 3 ODI figures would read 0-0-0.
The Australia
Yeah,
series.
the Australia series. Those hat-trick of Golden Ducks, was it?
Yeah.
And then for KL, the backup would be Sanju Samson, who, despite having a good time in ODIs, again hasn't played in ODI in a while. He got injured.
He's there in the
He's there in the and I think he's the only logical choice. He's probably in a little bit more more credible choice. Sky, I think, unfortunately, no, he's not.
And he's been given a long rope, Sky.
No, he's going to still get a chance to play.
He will.
He will, of course.
He will.
Is Surya Kumar Yadav, so we'll know. Third player is have we agreed? We agreed KL Rahul is coming back for Asia Cup. Shreyas Iyer coming back for Asia Cup.
Yeah.
Whether they play the other or not or whatever,
They're coming
back for Asia Cup. Now to the third contender, Jasprit Bumrah. Though we have footage now bowling full tilt in the nets, so he's back at least. Started doing that. Is he coming back for Ireland series? Because talks are that he'll be fit enough. And even though it's an emerging type of series, you'll have a player. But no harm taking Jasprit Bumrah.
I wouldn't risk him.
But how else will you know that he's there?
I don't
Play him
even
straight Asia Cup.
see. I have just seen that video that somebody shot from, I don't know
Yeah,
which.
From top
Yeah.
floor.
Eagle Eye view.
छुपके से एकदम.
That's one delivery that I don't even know how many balls he's bowling at the moment.
Well,
in a
reports suggest he's bowling 8 to 10 overs.
8 to 10 overs.
Yes.
8 to 10 overs he doesn't bowl in Test cricket.
I'm just saying.
No, but
Has not been
nets
rather.
they bowl.
Then to you should have included him for this West Indies series then. If he's bowling 8 to 10 overs, then you should have
Already you're rolling them over. What will take Bumrah?
Ah, exactly.
no, in T20s I'm saying. You should have included him for the T20s then.
Too long a flight to send. Ireland is halfway.
On the flight when his back give issues. I mean,
I was going to say that.
Sorry?
take too long a flight when his back start giving issues there. I know.
That's a mean comment.
I'm known for it.
Taking the mic away.
So, see, nobody knows anything about the injury status or the what is happening with their fitness. All we know is that they are recovering. That we know. 4th of May, as you said, KL Rahul got injured. 8th of May, we got to know that he is recovering. Today also, we know that he is recovering and doing well. That's it. And his BCCI medical team has been monitoring his progress and they are happy and satisfied with the way he's been recovering. That's it.
Copy paste for
KL Rahul and yeah,
Jasprit Bumrah.
yes,
Copy paste. But I have a feeling that you will see all these three names at the Asia Cup.
yeah,
All three.
yeah.
Shreyas Iyer, KL Rahul, Jasprit Bumrah, they will obviously
Yes.
be selected. Whether they play any cricket before that or not, which they ideally should. I think Rahul makes a valid point that the trophy or wherever at least you get to see. Actually, even Ireland series, if you're fit now and if you're doing, leg presses and bowling 8 to 10 overs in the net, all of that, if those reports are accurate, as we've done a video on Sports Today, and
Reports these days
are accurate.
are
usually.
not accurate.
No, but mostly they are. Once or twice hit and miss will happen. But I'm saying if all of that is happening and some of them you have visual proof. So I am saying then I wouldn't even mind taking them for Ireland, even if it's like emerging, then this is the best time to try those players, and the rest could be all youngsters, but at least the ones coming from the injury can be included.
I think it's also more about workload. If they can take the workload of
But they have to
But
be
they'll
Leave
have
the
to,
match.
na.
I know.
If you're
but
preparing them for a bigger format, let's say if you're preparing them for the
Yeah,
Asia Cup
but
and subsequently
I
the
know, I
World
know.
Cup, some game time, you'll have to get. You can't
Yeah,
judge their
exactly.
performances, maybe how they perform over
Yeah,
those
that's
4
what I'm
overs or how much runs they get, how many runs they get. But you need some game time, some match situation for them before you just drop them into the
Good.
World Cup.
Why shouldn't we judge them on their performance? What if?
Because they're given, it's a given that they will be there.
No, I'm saying what if Sanju Samson scores 3 back-to-back hundreds in those three ODIs, right? 3. Okay. What if he gets 300s or say 380 plus scores? Then what? Does KL Rahul or maybe a Shreya, do they come down in the in the pecking order?
I don't think anyhow performances.
15 so you can pick now.
Then 11 you
Then
have.
you'll decide when 11.
And
But Sanju's anyway been short on luck, so even if he scores 300,
No.
I'm not too sure if he.
He'll be dropped from the squad then.
see, it's not about Harshit. I understand, Sanju Samson is a very talented cricketer, but unfortunately, he has also not done justice to his potential.
Yeah.
He is too good a player to be not playing for India at the moment.
But I mean, in his defense, last year in ODIs he was averaging like 70 plus.
Yeah.
So now ideally he should really be in the reckoning.
No, he is there.
No, but
he
I'm
is in
saying,
the reckoning.
but that's what Harshit was saying. He's saying that his luck is so bad sometimes that you could see him not in the 11, but maybe not even in the 15.
I'm sure there is something wrong with him. Wrong as in with his performances.
No,
I'm
maybe,
sure.
but I just think
maybe
BCCI has made certain choices very clear. They did want to put Ishan Kishan ahead of him, so they did.
So, and if you really think that KL Rahul is a preferred choice, then Sanju Samson has to play as if that he is playing for his life. He has to score so many runs that they are left with no other choice but to include him in the 11
But
every
I
day.
also feel sometimes what happens in white ball, because what Shane points out is just ODI cricket and you're looking at it statistically. But our minds also work in terms of what we see visually. And And whatever you might say, overlapping of T20 and ODI definitely happens in white ball cricket. So what has happened in ODI, and now it's a proven thing that IPL makes a huge difference. And so those months in the IPL, if he could have done fantastically well, would have helped him cement a spot even in ODI.
He's had that same problem for 3-4 years now, where he'll start fantastically, batting like a dream, then just fall off the cliff.
And you know, he's had decent seasons where he's got 400, 450 runs.
A lot of those come in the first half of the season.
But I am saying, why not have a season where you score 650 runs?
Yeah, this is exactly what we were talking on this very show. That you know, that this is what he needs to do. Yeah, he got that season.
Got 637, 640 runs this season. He's there in the... So he has had such a good season, not just the IPL, domestic season, and he has been included in the Indian team just at the right time, because you have to include a player in the Indian team when he is scoring runs, when he is in form. Sanju Samson may get, you know, for example, Surya Kumar Yadav, he still is perhaps the best batter in T20 cricket, but maybe that could have, if you would have included him 12 months before he got to make his debut, you never know. He could have been today a sure shot in one days also. You would have, although you haven't played too many one days also. You know, but Jasprit Bumrah, I am still very, not sure, because he has to play Asia Cup, and straight away if he is not playing anything, so you are saying that he has to bowl 10 overs, because Asia Cup will be a 50 over format. So 10 overs every game.
No, but he won't just suddenly come and bowl 10 overs. If he does not play any cricket that we see him, if he does not play Ireland or domestic cricket or whatever, I'm sure he would be bowling enough of those on a daily basis in match simulation, like Gargi pointed out at NCA, and only then come and bowl. It's not going to be like, oh, suddenly he'll come and bowl 10 overs. They will judge all that and see. I think he's too good a bowler not to be included if he shows decent form in one tournament. As in, I don't have to see a lot of him to include him. If he plays Asia Cup and he shows that he can bowl 10 overs the way that he used to, I'm happy. He goes, definitely.
And Bumrah, if he doesn't get to play, if he's not there in the Indian team, you know, that will be a bigger setback than Shreyas Iyer or KL Rahul.
Any day.
Because Bumrah, and we don't even know what form he'll come into the Indian team with, because we've seen Jofra Archer wasn't the same bowler after that injury, and even Jasprit Bumrah.
That I agree. That is a bigger worry. More than, whether he's fit or not. Will you have that kind of an impact? Will you have that kind of bowling that would, put fear in the hearts of the opposition batsmen? And that happened slowly and gradually built up to it. Then had such a major injury which has kept him out for so long, but dented his confidence, but he comes back. Can he be the same? That I think will be a bigger
I think that's why if they include him in the Ireland tour, it will be more about to test if he can take that kind of workload, if he can bowl for a full day or whatever, because we've seen the management rush him before and it did not end well. So if something like that
Ireland,
happens
you are
again,
playing 3 matches
and 4 overs.
And
4 overs.
So I don't think they will fly him all the way to Ireland for say 50.
Nice. 7, 8
overs.
9 hours.
12 overs doesn't matter. You
He's as it is bowling
class,
10.
First class.
As it is, he's bowling 10
not
overs.
like us, like
but you only said you want to see them in the playing matches.
But he's saying here only in India. Why send him?
He is already bowling.
I was taking flight and issue.
For 12 overs, he'll fly him out.
How does it matter? It's Indian cricket and the future of Indian cricket at stake. For that, if he has to take a flight to Ireland,
Future of Indian cricketers is at stake. Future of Indian cricket.
No, just Bumrah's form.
It's not about just.
There you go.
Yeah.
You were just saying you have not seen pictures of him batting because I started with him doing leg presses just a few seconds ago. Ladies and gentlemen,
He's playing with tennis ball.
we have had.
Tennis ball.
But he's batting. That's why I was like, no, we don't want to promote other products. Just show there he's batting.
No, that's not a tennis ball. That's a white leather ball.
Is it?
The bowling machine wala.
This, it seems as if
No,
it's a tennis
rubber ball.
No,
It's not a leather ball for sure.
Is that that cork, na, that bowling machine ball, that one.
No, no.
No, it's a leather ball.
No, it's a leather ball.
It's a leather
Someone's
ball.
throwing
Yeah, it
the
sounds.
ball. Yeah,
it
it's
sounds
a
like
leather
a leather
ball.
ball. Yeah.
No.
He's right.
No, but even that other hard ball which comes from the bowling machine makes a similar sound, but it could very well be a leather ball also. That's also white in color, right?
but-
The one that comes.
Yeah, but
You should wear pads nonetheless.
bounces a
Yeah,
lot
you
more
don't
than
want
this.
more injuries.
That's why I thought this was that ball because it's bouncing more than a leather ball.
turf,
See the bounce?
nah. Turf.
Maybe, see? Not this one.
This is a leather for sure.
Sound is.
See, brand new bat, must not have used these bats for
Oh, well.
Hmm. So see his batting. Definitely fit, match fit.
Wait, huh? Just wait. Play.
Yeah. I think Asia Cup you will see Jasprit Bumrah, KL Rahul,
A year.
Shreyas.
Yes,
I think World Cup you will see Shreyas Iyer, KL
That I
Rahul
don't
and
know.
Jasprit
That I
Bumrah.
don't. Form, na? Form. I want to see their
form?
form in Asia.
You'll
What
see
if
that.
you, like you said, Sanju Samson gets 300 there, some hundreds here, some of them are not getting runs.
I hope he gets lot of runs. He makes it to the Indian team for the World Cup and also in the 11.
Shashank pointed that out. Thank you, Shashank, for pointing that out. Okay, Mr. Fact wants to know.
Harshit Reddy. Harshit, your namesake says that.
He
please
wants to know.
Call out my.
We are making the same mistake again, not grooming backup of Hardik Pandya. It will cost us in the World Cup. Why not groom someone like a Dubey, Venkatesh, Osha? But Dubey, I think they are going to groom him. They're taking him. I think they're going to be watching him. Also, Dubey has hardly been bowling. So
Yeah, I think they've given up on him as a bowler at this point.
Yeah.
So, and it's rare to get fast bowling all rounders. Rahul Dravid very recently said it in a press conference. He said, where is it to find it? If you have many fast bowling all rounders, we'd be more than happy to have them. But where are they? There aren't too many options. And in the middle, Hardik also stopped bowling. But now, in white ball, at least he's bowling. In Test cricket, that's why he's not playing, because you're saying he's not available as a bowler there.
And as far as grooming these players is concerned, these are all discarded players. You have to say that, Vijay Shankar actually played a World Cup. Part of the World Cup team.
Don't
3D
say
glasses.
that. Thank God today.
Siddharth, exactly.
Started a whole rant.
Siddharth is showing he would have told you stats by now. All his career
You have been,
stats.
There
you
are
as a cricketing nation have been unfair on Vijay Shankar.
Only Vijay Shankar.
He should
Why?
have been here.
He just
Because you dented his confidence. It was not his fault. The Indian team, you took him there, just made
Somehow
him play a different
South would
position.
come in.
2-3 matches he didn't do well. You discarded him.
No, I'm saying
Very badly you
No,
treated
I'm saying it's completely right. I agree that you could have persisted with Vijay Shankar for a bit longer. Maybe you
like
could
how
have
Gujarat persisted and he then showed what he can do.
as a
batsman.
as an impact player.
No, but as a batsman, he didn't bowl.
No, I agree.
Because of comments like this,
Yes.
making fun of this 3D. No, but everyone.
Shivam Dubey was handpicked by Ravi Shastri because Ravi Shastri he was very impressed with Shivam Dubey. He got him into the Indian team somehow.
But they were very unfair to him also. He hardly played a few games. I don't think he had that disastrous a performance.
4 odd games. Maybe.
So, but that's
it.
what I'm saying. You are going to groom a youngster to be a next fast bowling all rounder. You take him for 1 or 2 series, has a middling sort of performance, and you forget him. He doesn't even come.
Let's not go there. The same happened with KS Bharat.
No, and to
That's
be
what I'm
fair,
saying. Everyone, no, not in that sense.
even CSK have been unfair to him in that regard. This year, he never bowled. Like one.
No, but maybe they've
His role was specified.
Yeah, how can he be unfair? He is going higher in the batting
as
order
as
than
a-
most players.
as a bowler.
Bowler, I think
Dubey.
they've decided
given
now.
up on him as a
Shivam
bowler.
Dubey,
Didn't bowl.
he is, how old is he? 27, 28, 29?
Yeah,
must
Something
be around.
27.
There and thereabouts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so next ODI World Cup
But-
is in 2027.
27. He'll be groomed for then. He'll emerge by then.
Oh my God, Shane.
Can we take a few questions? Some of them are very mean comments.
Sorry.
Let's take Dex. No, I do not watch a lot of Bundesliga.
No, I think he's just talking about the national team, not the Bundesliga.
Oh yeah, national team watch every FIFA World Cup.
And Euro.
Now Germany hardly makes their own team.
Oh,
They
तो मैं
get
भी
like
देखता हूँ.
immigrants from
FIFA.
Turkey and all other
Africa.
countries, Africans, and then they make the team. What happened to the old German teams? Made
Go
out
down.
of fully German players. Prasidh Krishna also, Akash Bhardwaj points out, Prasidh Krishna also started bowling in the
Yes.
nets I read.
Prasidh Krishna, I think he was also fast tracked because Virat Kohli wanted him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because Virat really liked genuinely quick bowlers, and he was at his peak when he was bowling quick. He was dangerous. Somebody
He-
pointed out Dube is 30.
Yeah, he is.
He's 30.
Who?
Yeah.
Dubey. 30.
So then 2027.
Not happening.
I will take him now. Anyway, he's part of that Asian Games.
Asian
squad.
Games he's a part of.
So that is that. Answer Kishore Chaudhary's question. Why not Rahane in ODI?
Tell me, Ashit, why not Rahan in ODI?
And there's already questions being asked, 1-2 performances here, and you've got him into the test side. I don't think they want more daggers, the
Yeah.
selectors at the moment, to be pointed towards them.
Meanwhile, just an update. Interesting test match happening at Galle between Sri Lanka Pakistan. About 100-run plus partnership
Yep.
between Saud Shakil and Agha Salman, both on 60s. That has helped Pakistan recover. They were in a precarious position, just as Sri Lanka were. At that time, Angelo Matthews came in and got few runs alongside Dhananjay De Silva.
Dhananjay
I
De
think. Yeah,
Silva.
both of them came together, rescued them, took them past 300. And Pakistan in a similar position. Much chatter on social media about Babar Azam getting 13 runs only. And then I saw all the memes about Zimbabwe and batting on Pakistani roads. And all of that. But again, just one innings, too early. So interesting test match there. The emerging team is playing the emerging Asia Cup where they won against Nepal.
Nepal.
That video going to be up very soon. Ashes update already there. Anderson comes back. No surprise there because I think Ollie Robinson didn't bowl second innings in Leeds.
Yeah.
So you had to look for a replacement. It's not so much based on form or anything. It was just based on one player not being fit. I saw images of the pitch to be used for the next test match at Old Trafford.
Oh,
A
yeah.
lot of green, a lot of grass on the pitch. But this is again 2 days before the
days.
test match, so we never know how the pitch really emerges. But all those updates you can catch on Sports Today. Anything else anybody wants to add?
Very good.
We'll also have a video up soon where we're going to discuss in detail about the fantastic Wimbledon final, where we will talk about whether it is the best final, not second best, whatever. Right? 2 questions we can take. Indian, like as opposed to us who are non-Indians. Indian wants to know, make Bumrah Indian cricket team
Captain maybe.
Yeah, because you can't make him the Indian cricket team. That would just not be possible.
Captain. But let him first be fit here and
He
start
was.
bowling.
He was.
He was, yes.
What? Indian?
Captain also.
Rahul Mahapatra says, Akhil bhai, watch out for Raj Angad Bawa. Yes, had a good day today, I believe. Did he? No. Hungarekar got some wickets. No, him I got 4 wickets.
But
Somebody else also picked up.
I think Rajangat Bawa is not there in that.
No, he's not. It's Hunger
He's
Ganger
injured.
and it was Harshat Rana who you were thinking about.
Rana-
He got a couple of
Rana.
wickets.
No, today, not Rana. Was it?
He did get a couple of wickets today. Yeah.
Rajangat Bawa has been injured.
Yeah, didn't play the IPL because of
yeah.
injury. Yeah.
But if he's a future prospect. Just like
Yeah.
But
I
for that
picked
he
him,
has
yeah.
to come out.
He also has
picked
to
him
emerge.
as the young player to watch out in the IPL before he didn't play the IPL.
I picked him last year, and there also he played 2 matches, and that's that.
Yeah. Okay, one more. Naman Kandpal is asking with Arshdeep, do you think one reason for not picking up in ODI World Cup is the doubt about his ability to bowl full quota overs, and also who will be but he's playing long format, yeah. He's
Exactly.
playing county cricket, red ball, bowling enough full day. I don't think that's an issue with him. So
I would have wanted to keep him as my backup
In ODIs, na?
for the World Cup.
Any day, left arm
Which is
fast
why-
bowler you need. And if he's a must in T20, how does he not be in the same thing?
Same Surya logic applies. No, if Surya can do that in T20s, come up with those good performances, you expect him to do the same as well. But he's been now picked to play
We
in
have
the
a
Asian games.
confirmation that Nitin has confirmed on our chat that Shreyas is going to Ireland. So,
Very good, yeah.
yeah.
Very good.
Okay, shall we?
That's
Thank you so much, guys. Enjoy the remaining Monday, first day of the week. I hope it was good wherever you are working, studying, whatever. It's always tough the first day of the week. Bye bye. See you. Don't forget to subscribe to Sports Today if you haven't already.